Oh, and my zipper down. Embarrassing. Oh. Wow. We got the camera back. I have direct access. I spit in the socket, plugged it in, and it started charging. Kind of put me in mind of whenever the Nintendo game cartridges came out, people used to spit on them before they stuck them in their, socked them home into their sockets. Socket. Socked it home. Huh. So, yeah. I guess maybe between the paint dust that's flying around in here, it worked its way in there and got on contacts, or whatever, the camera is working now. Okay. Anybody knows anything about belts, motor belts, as far as got a favorite brand or a company who's maybe more reliable when it comes to sizing? And oh, and I did buy a 1/8 inch plug, and that's for the bottom of the spindle and the bottom down there for the grease release. So, and that was probably $4, at least 3. So now that I went out and bought this, I'll find the 3 that I know that are laying around here. I'm going to put this in my insert drawer. So if I start hollering about where that's at, it's with the inserts. There's something I ran into that's a little different. You got this piece of film, plastic film, and that was used to shim out the spindle for the pulley. So I'll clean that up and put that back on there. It's probably 2/1000 of an inch, in that neighborhood. Clutch is ready to come off. It is only hanging by, yeah, there's only 2 screws holding that on there. There's one here. I keep forgetting you guys can see so much better than I can. Okay, it works and then it doesn't work, and now it's working. I got the clutch separated, and I came all the way over here without a pointer. Where is a pointer at? Here we go. So this is the subject, this brass fitting. Hopefully it is screwed in there and not pressed in there. There are 3 screws on here, and that is a shaft, and I don't want to disturb that because I'm sure there's, I think these screws are to access a bearing. I do want to spray that out and clean that out of there, the gunk. But we're going to work on getting that threaded out. I have some options. The first and most favorable option is going to be the original setup, which is this tube going down here and meeting up with a street elbow coming off of that. You really can't see that in this light. And I have another option of a flexible line. Out of all my pieces over here, I have the flexible line set up. Here's the street elbow. And there's some adapters bringing me up to a barb, bringing me up to this, which will go up the tube that I just showed you. So let me get some WD-40 and go in there and clean up that one surface, because I have a feeling that's a critical surface. And you know what? It's going to get some more chips in there before it's over, because that is also where I plan on doing some hopefully not disturbing too much metal. I'm hoping to, let me clean everything up down here. Thing did not want to come off, I'll tell you that. It's got the locating pins, 2 at the bottom, and then there's this pin, once again, our famous clutch pin, which gives us no trouble at all. I don't understand why that can't be driven in and out while it's in position, but I want to clean that surface up too. Alrighty, and my plan is to have all my tools out here, because I have to go, I can't get in that door. But I have service tools, spiral screw extraction kit. And if I think it's this one here is the one I need, and I'm going to need this tap wrench, and this is the tap to clean the threads up. So let's see if we can get you guys in position to watch this. Okay, this probably isn't gonna, sure this isn't gonna please everybody. I have my Drill Master helilator. Just want to soften that up a little bit. Get this barbed connection there. I'm sure that's going to settle down and lock on there. It wouldn't go on there all the way easily without heating it up. I need to brush this off with a file. So I had my exact fit wrenches on there. So we don't need any of this brass going into the headstock. So basically my plan is hold on. This is going to go into my street elbow, and that takes us inside of the headstock from the clutch inside of the headstock. And we're going to run this hose about like this, and we're going to run that hose all the way to the top, of that brass tube. And you know, when you get a new, I had a leaky gas line one time, and they came out and they shoved a hose inside they shoved a plastic pipe inside my iron pipe. So essentially that's what I'm doing. So oil is going to get delivered. And you know, this tube has been prematurely shortened because it's been broken off at each end. So I have to get a new tube, get it threaded, la-di-da-di. I got this set up with a set screw and put this in the proper location for oil to move where it needs to go to. The only difference is this tube is going to have a liner. And it's actually a pretty good fit. So here, as far as getting to that point, here is my thread that came out where the street elbow is going again. That was the broken street elbow. So basically I took this tool, I stuck it in there, I tapped it a couple times, and I started reversing it out. And it came out very easily, no fight, no muss, no fuss. So I am very happy. I'm still very happy. So, I guess for what it's worth, let's try to get you focused over here. Hold on. Okay, we're going to go ahead and cut this one off to length. Try to. Probably need to get a sharper razor blade than that. I just don't want to have any tailings. So let me focus you up here if I have all the parts I need. Should have a teeny tiny Allen wrench over here. So okay, that is and I may put a second, I joked about putting a second set screw in there, and I don't know, that's awful tight, it feels awful good. So let's put that wrench back there. Now that tube is now sticking down. I can reach it. So I'm going to insert this hose up that tube. Let me change your camera angle here. Why the hell are these animals out again? Okay. I think I'm going to feed that up afterwards. So for right now, we're just going to put this straight in. I'm not sure if you guys can see it or not. Yeah, that was a good decision. Trying to twist that line all through there would not have worked. Okay, if you'll stay right there for me while I go get my tools. I'm happy with this solution. The oil is going to get delivered. Pop that open a little bit. The oil is going to get delivered. And that's all I'm going to do. I mean, you can crank that down and send it to start all over if you're not careful. You ever went there? Start all over? Okay, let me get my end and send it up the tube. Where's the tube? Huh. There it is. You got the wrong hand in here for reaching that. Okay, so there's that. Well, I just can't find the... It's way over here. Okay, we're going to have to go with another hand. There is the tube. Okay, it is going in a in a safe direction. We get this mounted, sitting on this ledge. I just want to show you what the hose is doing in there. And like I said, I'm not sure if you're seeing everything that I'm seeing by the naked eye. You're probably seeing it better. But that's it. I'm going to reinstall that. I'm going to clean up these surfaces and get this thing plugged in. That last segment was what a full battery charge gave me. So I plugged it back in and got what we got there. The oiling system is now hooked up and should be operational. Hose is hooked up to the pump. The hose runs up into my tube, short of the cross flow hole. So when we turn this on, we will see oil pumping out of each end of these two copper tubes. So that means the only thing left to do is get the lead screw, cross screw, apron, get all that mounted back on the machine, and we'll be cutting chips. The new and improved, more like it was in the very beginning, Pratt and Whitney Model B 12 by 30